Hello and welcome back to Spyro 3 Part 28 as we are rescuing Anashon, a platinum dragon that at the end of Starfish Reef.
She has
And yes,
just
there's a puppy in the background.
she has just joined the Guild of Nomenclature, responsible for all things names, dictionaries, and definitions.
Mm. The problem that I have with that is that Anashon is such a weird name.
Kind of. Yeah, it's not a particularly common name.
But in this part, I think we'll be finishing off the rest of Evening Lake.
Nice.
Yep, and with this, Sparks has gotten an additional hit point. Mind you, he doesn't spawn with the additional hit point, but now he has it.
So
He actually brines a little bit brighter. You know, it's an actual star shape on his glow as opposed to a sphere.
but still, it's basically a last-minute health upgrade.
Not last minute, no, because there's still an entire world we gotta go through yet.
Oh,
But yes, now we are returning to Fireworks Factory in order to finish collecting the treasure that's here, as well as go through my least favorite Agent 9 level. Oh god, I think we spend most of this part in that Agent 9 level, don't we?
it sounds like something that would happen. Such an abhorrent thing it'd be. These ninjas, on the other hand, are much more preferable to Agent 9.
No. Agent 9 is awesome, okay? But the thing is, the Agent 9 level that we have to go through, I dislike a lot. I'm checking around to make sure that there's no treasure to be had from the enemies before we do this. Tending to clean up any treasure that we have. I should just be using Sparks to home in on it, honestly, now that we have the cheat code.
You forget which new tools we have available because you're used to doing it the old-fashioned way.
No. I'm not used to doing it the old-fashioned way, actually. As I told you, probably either earlier in this playthrough or off camera, my earliest exposure to Spyro 3 specifically was a copy that I had that allowed me to get through and play up to Evening Lake until you had to unlock Bentley specifically, because my CD would always crash during the Bentley cutscene.
Right, so you needed a way around it.
No, I couldn't finish the game. You have to get Bentley in order to complete the game. You have to get and rescue. You have to get and complete the levels for all the animal buddies. They count as levels after all.
I see.
And here we go. Let's go into Doom.
Alright, we're plowing headfirst into this.
Yes, you are, Agent 9. But unfortunately, now you have to do it in first-person perspective.
This guy really does just have his hand locked in the I'm holding the gun position.
Yep. Yep, left and white. Welcome to Doom.
Press the R1 button and the L1 button. Suddenly,
Now, a majority of the enemies in here do not drop treasure, which is kind of sad.
is the 100 at the bottom your health bar?
Yes, that is your health bar. You can't take 100 hits. No. But that is directly proportional to how much life Sparks has.
This kind of reminds me of House of the Dead.
It should. It's almost a rail shooter.
See, these guys would be the zombies.
Yes. Now, one of the key things that you need to know for this segment is that Agent 9's blaster actually has ricochet properties. You can use this in order to shoot around corners and enemies behind you. It's really important that you know this, but it's not important enough for me to have mentioned before because this is the only time where I actually find it useful.
I mean, is this the last time you'll ever be able to use the ricochet?
No. as a point of fact, there is another level wherein it's useful, but I don't really acknowledge its use there.
They're clipping through the walls again.
Yes, they are. Let it never be said that this game is as polished as it's supposed to be.
Well, I mean, clipping is something that occurs in the best of the best. I think even Skyrim Remastered might even have some clipping issues.
Skyrim Remastered has a bunch of graphical issues, actually. While Jacqueline spends like 1 hour a week on it, she's noticing a lot of graphical screw-ups, particularly with models flopping around all over the place. The ragdoll just won't let the model rest, you know.
I mean, that would happen in the original build of the game if say, for example, you close the door on a character.
But the models aren't resting while they're supposed to be on the ground.
Right.
And it's also significantly jittery. I want to say it might have something to do with our TV's refresh rate, but I didn't notice these problems while Cody was playing it, so I'm not sure.
It wouldn't have anything to do with the TV's display. I think it would definitely have to do with how the game engine, like, treats the object. But shit like that used to happen in the original Skyrim build too, because like if you slay a dragon, then the dragon's corpse gets all jittery for a little while.
Yeah, while the model attempts to rest from gravity.
Right, and while the game tries to make it dissolve in the really cool way that it does, which used to be a game-breaking bug when the dragon doesn't give you the dragon soul just because it glitches. Zooming in.
Yes, you can press the triangle button in order to alter your reticle, as opposed to your position.
You're being very cautious approaching, even though... Oh wait, no, you're just collecting the treasure.
Yeah, I'm just collecting the treasure. This is the main reason why I dislike this segment, because you're stuck in this perspective, and it feels like Agent 9 is significantly slower than he is. He's not, honestly, but it feels like he is. He's locked in sniper mode for the entirety of this segment.
Yeah. So you haven't even taken damage yet.
No, I've not taken damage yet. I didn't say that this part was actually... No. I did not say that this part was actually difficult. I said it's my least favorite... segment when it comes to Agent 9.
Jesus, but you took 25 damage just from that one attack.
Yeah, because Sparks only has 4 hits.
God damn.
If you do this level without the health upgrade, then I would have taken 33 damage.
And how did you just get your health back?
I had Sparks eat a butterfly.
Nice. Yes, Patty, go very far away. Design the next zombies.
So, Infinite Warfare finally came out, and apparently it is not nearly as good as it's supposed to be.
Who can really say what a proper Call of Duty game would look like? They're usually just improved on maybe like 1 or 2 aspects in between the games. What I like about Infinite Warfare Zombies is that now there's a lost and found. So I guess if you bleed out, normally you would lose your guns, and you have to start off with the starting pistol, which basically screws you for the rest of the run. But if you go to the lost and found, then you can get your weapons back. It's actually really useful, because you don't want to start round 15 with the starting pistol.
No, you don't even really want to start round 3 with the starting pistol.
No, I mean, I'm usually using the knife until round 4. Round 4, if I'm still using the knife, I'm probably going to get downed because of my hubris. Zombies teaches you humility.
I don't think that zombies are particularly good humility teachers.
Well, you definitely feel like a dumbass when you die really, really early in the run.
Well, I don't think that I've ever successfully made it past about round 2 on zombies on my own. I've never learned the the routes that you're supposed to take in order to progress through.
I guess it depends on the map that you're playing. It's only in Black Ops 3 that they started including more of like a mission objective type orientation, whereas in the previous builds, all you were doing was turning on the power, getting your perks, and then finding a loop to survive for as long as possible.
Yeah, but in Black Ops 2, finding that particular loop meant traversing the map over and over again.
Yes, it did. Just like, you know, just like how on the channel Kino der Toten, there's the circular route that basically lets you survive infinitely as long as you're using the traps to kill the zombies. In Black Ops 3, you can't really use walking loops because the zombies respawn if you leave the spawn area. Okay, we destroyed the ninja generator. No prize for you from the cereal box.
Yeah. It is very sad, honestly, that there are no prizes in these cereal boxes. Just, you know, gems.
I like the pulsing sound effect for the laser.
The pulsing sound effect is nice, but it's also very generic, you know?
It is, but at the same time...
It's pretty much the same pulse that you would hear in pretty much any other PS1 title.
Yeah, basically. I'm trying to think... I'm pretty sure there was a weapon in Time Splitters 3 that also sounded like this. One of the laser weapons. Oh no! He was right on top of you.
There we go. Got him.
Smack. Goddamn around the corner ninjas.
Yep. So, Sun and Moon is scheduled to be released in like 2 weeks. Or not even 2 weeks. The 18th, which is a Friday. Have Nintendo titles always come out on Friday? Because like every other video game company in the industry releases on Tuesday.
I can't say about the release date. I also haven't heard of Southern Moon.
Sun and Moon.
Sun
Pokemon.
and Moon. My bad.
We must frequent very different websites then.
Well, I normally don't go out of my way to get video game news unless maybe it's for I think the most research I've done into any game would be like Resident Evil 7 because I've seen a couple videos on that game and I am looking forward to it. No, don't shoot Handel.
But why? He explodes anyway.
Donovan.
Alright, with that we have successfully collected all the eggs in the area, and unfortunately, this you can't really use sparks to figure out if you've missed any treasure while you're in the Doom segment.
He can jump.
Yes, Agent 9 can jump.
My god.
Alright, moving on, we need to finish collecting the rest of the treasure, which should just be a little bit of treasure in the Double Dragon area.
Ignore the Rhinox. No, don't ignore the Rhinox. Just kind of tantalize him. Make him think that he has a fighting chance.
Ah, there's some treasure. Yep, now we're using the Sparks cheat code to figure out if we're missing treasure, and we are.
Nice.
So what else has been going on in Cloud's life recently?
Well, you know, I wanted to mention earlier in the episode, for everyone who's not aware, which is all of you, I got very little sleep last night, so let this recording be under the subtext, Cloud is the sleepy person.
Well, Cloud might be the sleepy person, but Gerded and the rest of the house are sick people, so there.
The sick and the sleepy. The weak and the weary.
The twisted and mangled.
The spontaneous and the not thinking.
The cannons and the high-flying acrobatics.
The dragons and the baggins.
Hey, I like the trilogy as a whole. I just don't like movies 2 and 3 that much.
I am almost done reading The Hobbit.
Ooh. Okay.
Did you see the Hobbit movies?
I did. And in the next part, we'll continue that discussion.
Yay.